All right, and welcome to Forgotten Popcorn, where we talk about movies that have made us forget eating our popcorn. Today, we're talking about Tron Legacy, 2010.
What a movie, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Best movie ever made.
Best Disney
5
movie
stars.
ever.
Can you
Yeah.
hint the sarcasm?
Who are you? Dad. I'm not your father, Sam. And I'm very, very happy to see you.
I'll be completely honest with you guys. I turned it on and then went on my phone. I paid attention in parts, but once I figured out and remembered the plot, because this is the first time I've seen it, I gave up on watching it. It's
enough.
not a sophisticated storyline that needs to be analyzed. It's not
Very
Joker.
straightforward.
It's not The Dark Knight.
Nope.
So I didn't need to pay attention. But obviously the big selling point of this movie is the amount of CGI in it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's,
Massive.
it's quite
Especially
impressive.
for 2010.
Yeah.
My God. And it looks good. It still looks good to this day.
It still looks
Yeah.
good.
That's what was really impressive.
Yeah. Except for the face.
Except for the, yes.
I was about to say that too. Yeah. The de-aging is,
yeah.
oof, big yikes. Get that out of movies, please.
Yeah.
Like today. I don't
mean-
care that it's from 2010. It's not why I'm shitting on it. Even
It's-
The Irishman, I hated it. Just stop doing it.
I don't know. What's the Irish? I get it because we know what they look like now and stuff like that. But if it's done correctly, it's not an issue. I find there are scenarios where it kind of works, but
Yeah.
The Irishman, I agree. What really happens with de-aging, but I don't know if Clue's character is technically it is de-aging for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not like this. I don't know how to describe it.
I mean, he's
It's-
basically an animated character.
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is. So is it really de-aging in that sense? Because they're not trying to necessarily do it for the reasons of making him look younger. They're just creating another character. So it's not the same as The Irishman, where they de-age for the sake of
Yes.
telling a story necessarily. As you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what
So-
you mean, but it is still a
It's-
de-aged version of
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges.
It is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it is Jeff Bridges' face from him supposed to be, 28 years ago, 28 years
Yep.
before?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I really can't. Even The Irishman, it worked better in The Irishman. Still absolutely hate it.
I find for de-aging, if you're going to use it, it's minimal clips.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
okay, here's a quick little flashback. Boom, there you go. Now you kind of see what they look like younger. It kind of helps us understand where you are in the flashback. But then after that, not really prominent to the story. But
Not at all.
for this, it's like Alex said, you're creating a character. But they could have honestly just made him look different.
It could have been any other actor in the world.
Yeah.
And the story would have
Yeah.
still been fine.
Yeah.
Because he
It's-
created this guy, he created Tron. Tron doesn't really look like him.
No. Yeah. Exactly.
Why?
It's a very odd choice to do it, but
Yeah.
as much as the story isn't great, the push in technology, okay, I have a bunch of notes on Clue and the work that they
Yeah,
put
go
into
for
it.
it.
100%. I'm
So-
so down for this.
There are very few effects companies out there or that do all of the work. There's basically 3 or 4 that do 90% of Hollywood's work. And one of them is Digital Domain. So they do a bunch. I believe they're Canadian, actually.
Are they signed with Disney? Since this is a Disney movie, do they do everything that touches Disney?
No, they a lot of effects companies are separate, third party from of course they get called upon a lot. Weta Digital is also another one. They created a system for water sims that's unrivaled at this point. I believe they worked on basically all of the newest Avatar.
Okay, I was going to say
If
that,
I'm
yeah.
not mistaken,
If that's them, that's very impressive.
No, it's their work. These 4 companies that I'm thinking of, or I can only remember 2, Digital Domain and Weta. They do all the work, incredible work, unrivaled from any other company. I mean, nobody else could do that. Of course, as the industry works, not one company is going to work on all the shots. That's not how it works. That's where you get a lot of inconsistencies. When you look at one shot, you go, that's amazing. And then you look at another one, you're like, what the hell is this?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what happens is it jumps between different groups and companies and people, and then it's just inconsistency is very normal for it to happen. So
that makes sense.
yeah, it's the way the industry works. It's
And
not
you have
great.
complete different teams working on different things, but on the same project.
Yeah,
So
you have to
obviously,
outsource. Like,
Gonna look weird at one
it's
point.
gonna be so much work for just like one group to do it.
No,
So
exactly.
much. Yeah.
Yeah. So Digital Domain worked on it. They worked on about 1,500 shots. 4 to 5 sequences, like major sequences in this film, are like full CG.
Yeah.
A lot of what we see is what we get that's been perfected to this point with Marvel. You'll have big green screens and everything. Or at the time, it was more common to see blue. I don't know the exact reason, but I'm assuming it had to do a lot with the technology at the time and just the recognition of color and pattern. So as we see now, we have like a lot of green and of like real elements within the frame. So it's a mix. So like whatever platform they're standing on, real, and then everything around them, CG. For this, 4 to 5 major sequences that were completely CGI'd. I'm sure you can name a majority of them, right? Your bike scene,
Yeah.
Alvaro,
Yeah. Yeah.
which you're gonna definitely talk to us about.
Yeah.
Definitely some of the flight scenes towards the end, which were very much. I don't know about you guys, but I saw some of the like one of the final when they're trying to get to the. Like I said,
The portal.
Yeah.
the portal,
that's like a
yeah,
portal, yeah.
the key or whatever they called it. That sequence, some of like the overlapping flying and the way it was done, very much remind me of Top Gun, like in like sequences. So it's obviously right. He's
Yeah.
Same
so
Wouldn't
director.
surprise me too much.
yeah, I mean, how else are you going to do it, right?
No,
But
exactly.
yeah, it just or maybe that's just credit to how well they designed it. Because I mean, when I'm talking Top Gun, I'm talking Top Gun 2 right here. So I'm talking Maverick.
Yeah.
That's real stuff. And then I'm talking about a CG, drawn out,
yeah.
rendered thing, and it looks
12
good.
years earlier.
Yeah.
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 So-
That's fine.
Yeah, so they worked on quite a bit of it, Digital Domain. I have the steps for Clue, the character. As we know, it's supposed to be Jeff Bridges, and to certain extents, it looks fine.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not annoyed with it
Mm-hmm.
necessarily. It's just, it's off-putting when you look at everything around it, all the work that's put in, and then you look at the character model and you
It's
go,
not
ooh.
up to par
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Even just like the opening scene when you see them in the real life. Like the first time watching, I was like, wait, what the? That's like an animated character in
I
real
was
life.
hoping that would be the only part that was de-aged because they were also like hiding him. The lighting wasn't really too much on his face in that
Yes.
scene. So I was like, okay, so yeah, they de-aged, but they're hiding it. They know it doesn't look great. They're hiding it. Cool. And then when I
Yes.
just see him appear in like full flesh, I was like,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
There he is.
I think the reason for the lighting was because it is real life, so they're trying to make it more
Yeah,
less
yeah.
cartoony, less animated.
For
you know?
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do it right, it works.
Yeah.
It's doable, very doable.
Very
Of
hard.
course, it's extremely difficult. And where this failed for me, the first thing I noticed when I saw his face is it's really well animated. It's not the way it moves necessarily that threw me off. It's the fact that there are very few imperfections in his face.
Yes.
The fact that it's like a perfect model
Yeah.
is off-putting because no human face is perfect. So it just
Yeah.
doesn't work that way. We
No,
all
not at
have
all.
little scars and it cracks and anything, but it just doesn't work in this film. Is that
so smooth.
technology
Yeah.
limited? Probably at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we've definitely come a long time. You could do it on a computer at home now. Like it's incredible how far
yeah.
we've come. So, but yeah, to get into Clue, how they did it, the first step was Bridges would be on set with a rig. So he'd have 3 cameras. It wouldn't be tracking of his face like we see more now.
not Avatar level
Not
tracking.
not even close. It was 3 HD cameras right in front of his face, just tracking his face performance throughout each scene. Apparently, it was the first time that they had like that sort of like there were prior performances that had a different way of tracking it, but for that rig particularly that we perfected as it's more commonly used in video games.
Yes.
They perfected it way more now. The technology is much different. But but that was the first time that they used it for a
Pretty cool.
like big production Hollywood type thing.
I mean, I definitely get the video game vibe from his face.
Yeah.
I definitely get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. So step 2, after the face tracking was they created dozens of like images from. Thankfully, Jeff Bridges was already a well-established actor who's done a lot of work. So how do you recreate a model? You grab references. So they grabbed a bunch. Of course, the problem with that is they grabbed from the highest source material they could get. Because camera qualities for outside stuff, although they wouldn't use, let's say he was on the red carpet, they wouldn't use that necessarily because there's a lot of imperfections that could occur. So there's no consistency. They used as much as they can, but the footage that they used, which he was supposed to be 20, I have it here, 23 years younger. That's what they were going for.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
So it's a big task on
you're
their
looking
end.
at footage from like the 70s and the 80s as well, right? So
Yeah.
camera
And
quality is nowhere near the same.
no, yeah, and you're not getting like remastered. You can't really render out like newer, higher, footage and stuff like that. I'm sure there was techniques that they used to, get proper colors, but it just like,
That's fair. I never thought about it that way. Never looked at it from that angle. That the footage that they use to reference his face is probably not great either.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Honestly, just think about like the cameras in front of his face, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we've come a long way since then. Step 3 after that was to do the body tracking. It wasn't Jeff Bridges. He did the performance for the body tracking, but the actual body tracking was done by John Reardon. So essentially, it was just more so that they could have, in case of any technical issues, they didn't put a body tracking suit on Jeff Bridges. They just did face, but they tried to use like reference of his performance, and then Reardon would go in, do all of it again with a tracking suit, and then basically mimic to the extent with certain caveats, because they did it to make sure that the technology would work with what they're going for, right? And honestly, the body itself, I had very little issue with.
Yeah, that
I
was good.
paid very much attention to it because like I was researching this, learning about it as I was watching the movie, and I really like zoned in on his like legs and feet, and I didn't have an issue.
I can't say I focused on them, but nothing stuck out being like, oh, that was weird. It all seemed pretty natural.
Yeah,
for the most
it was
part.
just the face, honestly.
Yeah, the face is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it definitely makes sense about having like a secondary actor do the body, because like I mean, if you're looking at his actual body when he's like in the game, or in the Tron game, and he's actually trapped in there, he's like an older person. He's got like a bit of a beer belly, and he's like, he's not in particular shape, like 23 years younger shape.
Yeah,
so 100% makes sense to use a body double.
Yeah. Step 4 was to make sure the facial performance would allow for Bridges' acting to shine through. So they focused, this is just for facial expressions. So they obviously had to recreate a model that would work with everything that's happening. As we know, our muscles, we have many muscles in our faces. Every little twitch we make is recognizable, although not always visible, but it's happening regardless.
Yeah.
So what did Digital Domain do? They decided to just focus on the 20 or so main facial structures that are very noticeable. And that's where you start to see some of the sort of odd sort of motions of the face.
You restrain yourself in the range right there.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, that really has to do with technology, because they had to model, and obviously, like, I again stared at his face quite a bit, as many as us did, and I really did start to look at the way his mouth moves, because I was reading up on this, and I really wanted to see if I could like pinpoint the inaccuracies or whatever. It's not that bad, but like it could be better, right?
Yeah.
That's what you always say.
Yeah.
It's not the Scorpion King. I don't know if you guys seen that one with Dwayne Johnson.
boy.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
that, at least.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really bad. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
that was, yeah.
That might be one of the worst scenes in movie history just because of how bad
It's
done.
Is it?
I mean, for CGI, I mean, listen, you watch Sharknado, and you're like,
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay, it's a fair point.
But like for Dwayne Johnson's face, for him to have already been like an established actor, and them like butchering his face and all the movements around it was
Destroying it.
terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible.
No. To me, that's why I'm saying it might be one of the worst scenes
fair.
in like cinema history, just because of how bad that is. It stands out so badly that just brings it all the way down.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I agree 100%. Like it would have, I don't know if they used a somewhat less known actor and then tried to just model a CGI face off of that, would have been better. Probably. I don't know if it would have been better, but all I can say is that like no one would care as much. Like we wouldn't be talking about it. Like we're talking about a very recognizable actor. It's like you take, I don't know, anybody these days, literally anybody. You take Tom Holland and you CGI his face, and you're like, okay.
I mean, the deep fake from the Back to the Future deep fake they did a few years back there with him and Robert Downey Jr. That was very solid.
It's very good, but
for
very different
AI.
technology.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's extremely different.
But that's very accessible to this day now.
Yep.
Deepfake is anyone can basically access
Anybody
it.
can, yeah.
And it's miles better than it was than the tech that was to the $1 million production companies back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Crazy.
miles better now.
The difference between if someone were to just do an AI version and then what we have here for Tron is there you lose the complete touch of human, first of all.
Oh, of course.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And the artistic vision that goes into it, it's just gone. There's a lot of art and modeling that goes into Jeff Bridges' character in the movie. So there's a lot of people working on it and making sure that it looks as best as possible. I don't know if anybody else would have even been able to do something like this. I don't know if this is even the best CG face to this point in this era. I don't really know what else came out. So
I mean, the one that sticks out to me is the X-Men Wolverine's Origins. One of those movies that came out in like 08 or 09. At the end of the movie, there's Patrick Stewart, Professor X, who comes in and they de-aged him. And it looks so bad. And it's similar. His face is just so smooth.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right just looking at it.
You're right. That's the movie. Because I remember I read when I was reading up on it, that was one of the references that they brought up. Yep.
From that time period, that's the one that's like comes to my mind.
No, it's a
Other
good
than that,
point.
I can't say any others.
I'm trying to think bad CGI, and the only thing that comes to my mind is like the Twilight baby.
Oh
Did you
boy.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What was the baby's name? Esmeralda?
I
Something
don't
like
know.
that?
Stupid.
Oh man.
I need to figure it
But
out.
That's amazing.
that baby was so badly CGI'd. Oh my god, it was crazy. I remember just watching it and I was just laughing and I was like, nice. They're literally holding probably like a plastic cardboard or something.
Oh, for
like,
sure, for sure. Yeah.
Renesmee.
Renesmee, that's what it was. Yeah, that's the name.
The
What a
face
name.
just
Oh my
haunts me to this
God.
day still.
Yeah, it's like you impregnated. No, what was it? Not you imprinted on my baby or something. Renesmee. I don't know. It was so
boy.
funny. Anyways,
One day maybe we'll do Twilight. That'd be pretty fun,
that'd
I'm
be
sure.
funny. Oh
Wait,
man.
I'm down.
A full Twilight breakdown.
Yeah, Twilight, High School Musical, Camp Rock, you name it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's not at this point when Tron comes out. CGI isn't uncommon. It's quite common in many movies. I mean, we had Spider-Man 2 and stuff like that. So CGI is
Iron
not.
Man was out.
Iron Man
Yeah.
was out. Yeah. So it's just to take on the face is really the big story point. It's where you really go, oh shoot, like that's gotta give props to them though to risk not.
Of course.
Listen, it wouldn't have maybe broken the movie necessarily. I don't think people would have saw it and been like, no, I'm not going to that. In fact, people back in 2010 are probably more likely to go see a movie if they see something like that rather than nowadays. I feel like someone saw that in like a Marvel movie or something and was like, oh, garbage. And then they just don't go and see
TikTok,
it.
Instagram video
Yeah.
on it,
Literally.
and boom, it's canceled.
Yeah.
Very simple.
I'm just trying to think like the one movie that probably rivaled it that everybody was probably comparing it to was Avatar came out the year before it.
That's the thing as well. Yeah.
Ooh,
Like Avatar came out literally the year before, and the
Mhm.
whole thing is pretty much CGI. Well,
Yep.
wherever
Yeah.
there's like the blue people, the avatars, and that's
True.
completely different than this, right?
Yep.
The tracking in that movie is
Mhm.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the amount of like the huge investment that James Cameron put into
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie is like crazy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's a different level. It's a different level.
Yeah, you can't even compare them in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure, Tron has its nice visual scenes, of course, we're shitting on the face a lot.
Yeah.
It does look very nice,
Mhm.
but there's levels to this.
Oh, yeah.
Avatar is. But again, I didn't search up the budget because obviously we have the quiz,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know what the budget difference is either. Because Avatar was probably a $200-300 million movie.
We'll get down to it.
At the time, probably.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
It's.
I'm guessing there was a
Yeah.
big budget difference somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get down to it. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I see your face now. I'm
This
gonna.
is,
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Moving
Just a heads
on.
I'm doing part of the quiz today, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited. I've never done participating in a quiz. This is gonna be exciting.
Yeah, we're gonna start a new tally.
I
I was losing too much.
No, it was close.
I was
It was
literally
close.
losing
No, it was-
like every time almost.
I feel like the
No.
score was like 3-2 or something.
it wasn't that far. We'd have to go back and double check. I wasn't really
Yeah.
keeping score of
Yeah.
like how close you guys were. It was just more for like each episode, something fun to bring up
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
of
whatever. But you know, the quizzes are more. You know, they're not really for competition necessarily. They're just really to bring up really interesting information that you know. There's so much behind the scenes information and
Oh, yeah.
stuff that we don't tend to look up necessarily because we don't care maybe.
Why
and stuff
would
like
you
that.
for the general movie you go watch? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you learn about budget and box office and stuff like that, and I find like box office stuff could be used to like contradict a movie really quickly. Like, we talk about like The Witch. It didn't do very much, what did I say, 61 or something like that at the end of the
Something
day?
like that, yeah.
something like that.
I mean, 61, sure, whatever, but it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
There are a lot of movies out there that don't hit in the box office,
Oh,
but
no, not at all.
are phenomenal regardless. So I don't know. It's like going back to what we were saying about like this day and age. If someone saw something online, there's so much out there now that can deter somebody from going out and seeing a movie before they've even given it a chance.
A lot. I'm as soon as you said that, I was thinking of Doctor Strange and like the eye.
Yeah, that was
And-
the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, and then also like She-Hulk with
Yeah.
like the whole animation thing
yeah.
and Hulk and everything.
That was
Yeah. It's like, but then you have works like that. But then I don't know if you guys saw Moon Knight.
yeah.
Moon
And
Knight
like
was-
the transitions between Moon Knight and like him transitioning from like human form to the actual like armored form, like
Yeah.
that was pretty good. I found.
There's one in particular
Mhm.
that goes hard, that
Yeah.
transition.
Is it the reflection? There's a reflection one, I think, that
There's-
baffled
yeah.
a lot of people because
Yeah.
it was super well done.
Yeah.
And like,
I think it was also like his performance, Oscar Isaac.
oh
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
he,
he was
is
great.
unbelievable.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
amazing there. But I mean, like you're comparing a bunch of different works, and people see something like Moon Knight, and it got like a lot of popularity because hey, people are putting in a bunch of like a good story, a good CGI, good amount of like work into it, and it's coming out like good, and people go watch it. But then you see She-Hulk, and then they have like a She-Hulk twerking or something like that, and it's like super
Yeah.
bad CGI.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
that's not what
Oh, I
people really
completely
want to see.
forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
no.
like it's not really what you want to see. It's something that would deter you from wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
Like for me personally, as soon as I saw She-Hulk twerking on my TikTok page, I was like, okay, I don't think I'm
Yeah.
gonna follow into it and watch it too much. It doesn't look
Especially
like
for a
a
TV show that they release an episode a week.
Yeah.
You see that happening episode 2? I'm not tuning in episode 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, forget about it. I'm done after that.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
don't lose someone for one episode. You lose them for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
And it's over.
Mhm.
No one's going to come back to that after
Yeah,
seeing
it's-
that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's crazy what CGI is like nowadays. I don't know.
It's
So inconsistent.
Mhm.
it's too inconsistent, but I think that comes down to what we were talking about earlier about how there's so many hands in the pot and there's so much, and especially with Marvel pushing out so many TV shows, and Marvel
Ridiculous.
is 95% CG at this point.
course, yeah.
And
Yeah.
listen, that's fine. That's like, how else are you going to do it, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's
Superheroes.
okay. But you'd think they would find a way to do it more efficiently and have that consistency, because back in 2008 when we get Iron Man,
oh, wow,
like, how do you go right? Like we're talking about like bringing it back to Tron here. Like we talk about Tron and how incredible, other than the face, how incredible everything actually looks. And I was really impressed because Tron on Disney Plus, which is, I assume we all watched it there.
Yeah.
It's not remastered, it's not 4K, it's HD, and it's where they didn't do anything to make it look better. You'd think Tron would get an update, but it didn't. And
looks fine.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
So how do you go from 2010, 2008? Sorry, I just smacked my lamp for anybody watching on YouTube. My bad. Go from there and then go all the way to what we have now. It's you know what it is really? It's that push for like, we have to put out everything now.
Yeah.
And then it's just crap.
We need this in 2 weeks. Oh, it'll take a month. I don't care. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And that's how we get the eye. Looks absolutely terrible. People are just so rushed nowadays. Studios just don't care. They have deadlines, and they don't care about the work environment. They don't care about how many hours people have to work unpaid.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is unpaid, Alex.
Like I literally, if anybody tuned into the last episode, the last 15 minutes is me rambling about how god awful the industry is and how inhumane it is for a world where we are, life is complicated. There's a lot of things, a lot of different, choices happening in everybody's life. But the one consistency that we can all agree upon is art is really important in our world, because if not, we would just be staring at a gray wall our entire life,
losing our minds.
Yeah, pretty much.
And really, yeah. And then you just you just ruin the people who are putting the effort into this. Because let's be honest here, if anybody, whoever's listening, Will and I are in the same degree, in an art related form, and it's scary technically to pursue this in a sense, because the connotations that come with it always are, well, you're not in for, you're not doing it for the money.
What are you going to do with it?
What are you going to do with it? Oh my God.
Yeah, I have a bachelor's, probably a master's. What are you going to do with it?
Don't know.
We'll see.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, like, it's not a difficult degree to get. I think most people could figure it out. And I think a lot of people have an art side, whether it's just taking a photo or it's anything. And that's the lovely thing about art. It doesn't matter. It's
subjective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, it's just when you hear all these companies and you hear Disney and the crap that they're doing and like people getting laid off and like all these ridiculous things to make an extra buck, you lose so much value. And then you get crap like She-Hulk and like God names what, like Marvel has dropped hard. Is it because of the Disney acquisition? I don't know.
I think fully, yeah. Because think about it. From Iron Man or Hulk, whichever one you want to say is first, to Endgame, that's 23 projects.
Yeah.
In the 2 years following Endgame, we got like 30 projects in 2 years.
True, yeah.
Compared to 23 and 15.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The amount of content they just want to push out and go.
But then
ridiculous,
you know what I'm
nowadays.
thinking too, though? Disney has the budget for it too. So
100%.
They have the money for it.
Yeah,
of course,
they for sure said, you know what, we have the money, like make as many projects as you want because we have the money and backing for it now that, we have extra backing to push it. But they're trying to push. But like even though they have the money, there's no time. Exactly like you just said. There's no time. And like they're just trying to push so many projects at once, and even though they have the budget for it, they have they can do outsourcing as much as they want. But that's exactly what we were at before, the inconsistency. It's the inconsistency for the outsourcing. You don't have enough time and you don't have enough people. They're not if you're not paying them well, they're not motivated, they're not going to do their best job. It's like I mean, if you're doing a job, even though if you love the art, at the end of the day, you're getting paid for your job. If you're not getting paid properly,
you're not willingly going to do 80 hours.
Exactly.
When you're not being paid for 40 of them.
Yeah. That's it.
Forget it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's very similar in the anime industry too. The designers and like the graphic artists and everything like that for VFX and well, not necessarily VFX for anime, but like, you know, for anything anime, it's like they're working so much overtime. It's crazy. And, you know, they don't get enough respect, I find.
Not at all.
100%.
No.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're all in agreement.
Yeah. No, like anybody, there were, speaking of Disney, what's that show they released as the strikes were occurring, and there was an entirely AI animated introduction to it, and people lost it?
Secret Invasion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I never saw it.
So like Disney was like, you know, it'd be smart. We would just like release an entire segment made and generated by AI, and while people are on strike because of AI.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
The whole title sequence is AI made.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's just a series of images that the AI is put together.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all it is.
Wow.
It's
for your own consumption, and you just want to have fun. Like I have an app that just like creates random images for fun.
Why not? Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. But when you start using it and you're saying, hey, look what I made, that's where the issue begins. Because the AI does not know anything until you tell it what to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't know what a proper Marvel looking design is until you take it from the animators that made it. So yeah, Disney has made so many wrong turns in the past, so much. And then you have Tron way back before this, where it's like, this is good. This is fine.
Yeah.
Story's not good.
It's fun.
Oh, no.
It's a fun movie.
It's a fun movie,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
I don't know. It's really sad. That's
Yeah.
all.
No, I agree. I mean, like, kind of jumping back into the movie, because like I guess like the villain in the movie is AI,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like
there you go.
it's AI. It's artificial intelligence,
created.
right? Yeah,
Mhm.
With a specific purpose in mind.
yeah. To like make the world a better place.
And
pretty
what did he
much,
do?
right?
Exactly what he was told.
Exactly.
Nothing
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Nothing around it. He made the perfect world.
Yeah.
That's it.
He even has like a little part in the flashback when he's with when Kevin Flynn is walking with Tron, and then like Clue kind of comes up and is like, what did you want me to do again? Create the better world. And he's like, exactly. And then he's like, boom, now you're
There you
getting
go.
like messed up. And then he like starts attacking them because he's like wants that confirmation, right? It's an AI,
Mhm.
can't do anything by itself.
No.
But it's crazy. It's you know, you see small little things like that, and you think to yourself, oh, you know, that's fun in a movie. But then it's like you jump down the line like 15, 12, well, technically 13 years later, and all of a sudden it's like people are actually using the AI to like, you know, corrupt and take other people's jobs. It's crazy. Yeah. Especially in the art industry it's the most like messed up thing. Especially in the art industry, I find.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to do in the art industry. Create a picture for this. 5 seconds, boom, it's there.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to pay someone
Nope.
hundreds of dollars that took them hundreds of hours to make.
Mm-hmm.
Forget it. You have it in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, so anybody listening, if you want to like share this podcast with as many people as you want, so I don't have to worry about where I'm going, and
My future is somewhat secure.
yeah, until someone creates an AI model of our podcast, then we're doomed.
Oh my god.
Oh
yeah.
boy, forget it.
Just gonna
Forget
fucking
it.
I don't
Grab
know.
our voices.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, that. Listen, inevitably, I think humans will prevail at the end of the day. In instances, like, yeah, listen, there are parts of the art world that I wouldn't mind it being streamlined. If an animator can save time not trying to, you know, click a few things. We're talking streamlining programming. We're not talking about streamlining art design.
Yeah.
That's a completely separate thing.
Mhm.
But if we can help the designers and the artists speed up the process.
Make it a support tool.
100%. Yeah.
Make
Not
it-
the tool, just a support.
Our support.
That's all.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's all it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, they're going to be pumping out content left and right, and it's going to go fast once they do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be too much. It's going to be the same thing they're doing now.
Yeah.
It's going to be way too much content at once. It's not going to be good.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, oh, why are people not liking this?
Just, I
Wonder why,
I
Marvel.
wonder,
I wonder
yeah.
why
Yeah.
Disney. Like, it's definitely going to get there one day. It would not surprise me at one bit.
I'm just finger crossing that there's no Skynet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's a different conversation. And when we do Terminator, I guess we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we should do that. That would be
I'm
fun.
very excited for it. I feel like we should do Terminator at some point.
Terminator 2.
Terminator 2, yes.
Terminator
Judgment Day.
2.
Yes.
Speaking of de-aging, actually, that just reminded me. Did you guys watch the most recent Terminator, which is basically a carbon copy of Terminator 2? I watched
did not.
most of it, and then I turned it off because I realized what I was
Genesis?
watching. No, it was after that. There's one that's really recent. It has Sarah Connor, or I forgot the actress's name right now. What's her
I
name?
forgot to.
Oh,
I don't know.
she was
anything about
married to
Terminator.
was she married to Spielberg? Or no, she was married to Cameron. She was married to James Cameron, I'm pretty sure, at one point. I can't remember. I'm very much blanking.
Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was she married to one of the directors? I'm pretty sure. Click on her name, Alvaro. I want to know. This is the gossip, hot gossip.
Hot gossip. Let's see. Wait. Oh, relationships.
No, I'm like 99%
There's literally
sure.
a button that says relationships. And Cameron. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
James
There it
Cameron.
is.
All right.
There you go.
1 point to Alex.
1 point.
Yes. I know celebrity relationship status.
Let's go.
But yeah,
Dark Fate.
Dark Fate.
That's the one. Yes.
So the premise is very much Terminator 2. There's a girl who knows the future, and there's a AI from the future trying to kill her from the past. It's basically Terminator 2, carbon copy. It was kind of fun to see it again in a different light, and like the guy who's the villain is basically the same type of villain from Terminator 2. Same aspects, same effects, same gets through anything, can't be stopped, whatever.
Classic.
Yep.
So it was fun to watch, but there's a scene at the very beginning where they show the first Terminator from Terminator 1 coming to kill
Sarah Connor.
Yeah. And they had to de-age for that. It was pretty well done. Like they pulled from, like they looked exactly from Terminator 2 with higher quality. Surprisingly well
This is
done.
what, like 5
Really?
years ago?
This is 3 years ago. 2019.
3 years ago?
Dark Fate was 2019.
It was, you just watch it. If anybody's never looked it up or seen it, please watch it. Take a look at it. It's well done because they don't focus too much. Like we're talking about Tron, very noticeable.
Yeah.
But it's a different type of technique. It's not the same. We're talking animated reconstruction for Clue. We're talking de-aging. So it's more our Irishman sort of comparison.
Okay.
But it's really like, I had to pause the movie, go back and like watch it again. And I was like, whoa, like that's surprisingly well done. Yeah. I forgot where we were. It just popped in my head as soon as we were talking about it.
Yeah, it's all good. We were talking about like AI and stuff, but
Yeah.
I wanted to jump in because Terminator 2, we brought it up as a sequel. This is actually a sequel too. I don't know if you guys knew.
Yeah.
And Jeff,
1980 or something?
1982?
1984. You might be right. Tron.
Might be 4.
1982. You're right. Yeah, 1982. And
2-0.
Jeff Bridges was in that one too.
Yeah.
I never
So
saw that
it
one.
is
though.
like a direct sequel.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Direct sequel. I didn't see the 1982 one. My brother saw it. He said it was really good.
Okay.
Compared to this one, he enjoyed it apparently better.
It's possible. Maybe the story was just better.
It's possible too.
Like a story will always prevail over any artistic look. You know, it doesn't matter.
Of
So
course.
Yeah.
I should have watched it. Honestly, I was planning on it.
Me too. But I didn't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. that's
Forget it.
how it goes. I don't know. Tron's a fun family movie. That's really how I'd categorize it. For we've watched a lot of different stuff for this, and this is the first one where I think like anybody can watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I found a quote on Letterboxd when I was looking at it, and I think it works perfectly. It says, surely one of the best looking, best sounding bad movies ever made.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's like necessarily true, but I get what
But,
they're
like,
going
yeah.
for.
I get what they're going
Looks
for.
great. Sounds great, obviously. Daft
Sounds
Punk.
very good.
Yeah, I love that.
But is it a good movie?
No,
I definitely wouldn't say so.
no, it's
It's a fun
But
movie.
yeah, no, it's
It's
fun.
a fun
It's a fun
movie.
movie.
I can't say I was bored.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
for in the like
The
grand
whole-
scheme of
yeah,
the movie,
yeah, fair enough,
I
fair
wasn't bored.
Okay,
Was I
yeah.
bored and like start of
Certain
Act 2?
sections,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But like grand scheme of things, yeah, I had fun watching.
it's a fun
But-
movie, honestly.
Yeah. You want to talk about your motorcycle
I
scene?
do.
I can see it
wanna-
in your
I wanna
eyes.
talk about motorcycle scene. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I ride a motorcycle. So when I first saw this movie I'm pretty sure I actually saw it in theaters in 2010. Because it was either I saw it in theaters 2010 or I rented it or something like that 2011. But I saw it like really like right away. In my memory, I feel like I saw it in 2010. If parents, mom, dad, if you're watching, please let me know. But it was the first time that I actually saw somebody riding a motorcycle in film, and I was like, wow, that looks so cool. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but that whole opening scene where he's like, he starts on the bicycle and then he transitions to him like on the motorcycle and they're like, vroom. Oh,
Yeah,
I
that was well
love
done.
it.
That was well done.
I love it. And then Daft Punk starts playing in the background, like end of the line, I'm pretty sure.
Classic.
So good. And the way that they utilized his motorcycle was amazing. If you really like look into the aspects of it, because I've seen some movies don't really show that like, oh, they're switching gears, they're holding the clutch or anything like that to like actually progress in the motorcycle. There's a little mini part where you can actually see him like downshift when he's coming close to like a stop, and then he also holds the clutch, which I've seen. I don't remember in which movie right now, but it might be like one of the Mission Impossibles, like way back when. They don't show it at all. They just show his face, obviously just riding. I'm pretty sure it's the second one, when he has like long hair and he's like riding. But it's really fun because I got to see it and I was like, oh my god, this is like, I think this is the reason why I got a motorcycle. Like when I was a kid, I saw this and I was like, oh my god, I want that. It's like you just. I just grew up and I was like, damn, that's pretty much what I want.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Especially as like a 12-year-old.
Yeah. I was like 12, 10-year-old or something like that. Yeah.
Seeing those bikes just zooming by, like obviously who wouldn't want one of those?
Yeah. And like just the other day I was riding home from work and I put on my AirPods under my helmet and I was just playing the End of the Line song like on repeat. Like literally when he comes on, I was going so fast. I just couldn't control it. I just wanted to because it's Daft Punk did an amazing job with the synchronization of the music.
It's so good.
It's like just get your heartbeat just going up and up and up. And like being on a motorcycle, listening to that, it was perfect. It was so good. Like you just want to merge lanes and you're like, I know I shouldn't, but I want to, but I want to, but I don't have to, but I want to. It's like,
man, I did it.
Oops. I don't know. This is like, anyways, but yeah, it's that whole introduction, like for the motorcycle scene, I was in love with it. I don't know about you guys. I was completely in love with it.
I think it was really well done.
Yeah,
I've rewatched
well
like more than 15 times.
Okay, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, because like I'll see it on YouTube or something like that, or it'll show up on my TikTok page, and I'm like, okay, I'm not skipping it. I'm just gonna watch it. Okay, I'll watch it again. Okay, cool. Now I'll watch
one of
the
those
next
scenes
video.
where if it pops up, you have to watch it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I was obsessed with it.
No, I mean for good reason. Yeah. I mean, I have no reference. I
watched it for the first time today, so I can't say I was like, oh, I need a bike now. But like, is it cool? Yeah, of course. With 10-year-old me, I've absolutely loved it. Oh, hell yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
who wouldn't?
And like when they're on the like light cycles,
oh,
it's sick, man. It's so cool.
Visually, like,
I mean, it's like the way they move their bodies around, it just feels so cool. Like actually riding a motorcycle and seeing them actually do the movements and stuff, and it actually feels from the perspective of somebody that actually is a rider that they are riding a motorcycle feels really cool. It feels like you're being represented low-key.
Nice.
So it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there any other like movies that you like just the motorcycle parts are like? What do you think? Like you watch No Time to Die or whatever, or was that what it was called? No
Time to Die, the motorcycle.
Yeah. What did you think of that?
I thought that was amazing. I thought that was really good, especially when he's I mean, I've never ridden a dirt bike before because he really rides a dirt bike.
Yeah.
And he's really going through like the whole what is it, Matera in Italy, and that's hard, man. Mm-hmm. For him to be able to do that's incredibly hard. Obviously, it's a stunt level and everything.
For sure.
And that whole jump sequence.
Yeah, that jump is
holy crap, that's insane. But the one that I think of when I think of like a motorcycle scene is Mission Impossible 2. Like the chase scene when they're both.
Don't remember.
Well, it's okay.
Sorry.
They're on the sport bikes and they're like chasing each other.
That's
they're both in like Ducatis and they're chasing each other throughout like really windy roads, and they do it really well. I mean, Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah.
They do it really, really well. But you know what I'm really excited for is bike riders.
Yes. I was wondering if you're gonna bring that up.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Austin Butler.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna do really, really well.
I think it got delayed.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like there's no way.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they have no idea when it's actually gonna come out. Because I was also excited.
I'm searching up right now.
Austin Butler, Tom Hardy.
It just says initial release, but no actual release. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It might go to very far.
I was really like, I mean, Tom Hardy's. I don't think I've ever said one of my favorite artists, like actors is, but Tom Hardy's one of my favorite actors.
That's valid.
Yeah,
valid,
he's one of my favorite actors. Seeing him and Norman Reedus, Michael Shannon, and you got Austin Butler all riding motorcycles. Like, come on,
It's gonna be good.
you gotta watch it.
It's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, looking forward to. I'll watch anything at this point, especially with
same.
Austin Butler in it. So
There you
of
go.
course I want to see. I love like
the man.
there's always like once in a while you'll come across an actor and you're just like, wow, you're really good in this, and then you'll just like, okay, let's watch some other stuff that you're in.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, okay, you're pretty damn good.
Yep.
I don't know the last actor I did. I guess like Joaquin was the last one I did that with.
No,
Like I watched Joker, then I watched Her, and then I don't know if I watched. I can't remember what else I watched. I feel like I watched
Gladiator?
one or
Gladiator,
two.
yeah.
Gladiator.
Yeah, I watched Gladiator. Well, I watched Gladiator
So
before
good.
Joker,
Okay.
but I hadn't watched it recently, unfortunately. But
Oh,
he's definitely one that I was like, that's
Walk
pretty
the Line,
good.
probably the Johnny Cash movie.
I haven't gotten a chance to
No?
see it, and I heard he's like really
Yeah.
good.
I
in
heard
it,
he's
so-
really
I haven't
good,
seen it
yeah.
yet
Me
either.
neither.
But it's been on my watch list for
It's-
years now. Maybe one day.
Yeah. I mean, directors are easier. You just like watch everything that they're in,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you're like, was fun. But you know, I don't know. Actors, I feel like if there's anything that like if you get snagged, it's very easy to fall off that like train of like wanting to watch everything, because like then you see like the quality of films they do and you're like, oh, it's not as good as the last one, right? And you're like, damn, like that's kind of sucks, because like I had high hopes, you know. And it's not necessarily like their performance that's bad, it's just like the movie's not great and you're like, ooh, okay. Keanu Reeves might be one that I've watched quite a bit of, actually, now that I think about it as well. Watched quite a few things of his.
For me, it's quite the opposite. I'm pretty sure I've only seen the first 3 John Wick, and that's probably it for Keanu.
Yeah.
No Matrix.
No.
Okay, yeah, original Matrix.
yeah.
You're
Okay.
right.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Matrix.
You want to say Toy Story 4? He technically voices a character.
Yeah.
in it.
I mean,
Yeah, he
sure,
did,
I'll
yeah.
count that. But
Yeah, yeah.
Duke
Other than that-
Kaboom.
the legend.
Yes, our Canadian hero. God
And
damn
the
it.
lamp
he-
again.
fucking smack. Sorry.
We'll put that somewhere
Smacking the
else.
lamp the whole time. Yeah. Keanu's great in most of the work he does. He's one of the. And speaking of Keanu, back to bikes. Okay,
Yes.
there's that one sequence in the John Wick series which turned out not to actually be like real. Unfortunately, it was like a lot of green screen. But like, you're speaking of interpretations and how they react with, even if it's fake, like still have to sell it. What did you think?
Keanu was amazing.
Okay.
Keanu was. I mean, he rides. He
Yeah,
has his.
yeah,
He has his own
absolutely.
company. I don't know if
Yeah,
you guys know
he
for
does, yeah.
motorcycles. Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
sick.
They're extremely expensive.
Obviously.
Not
Yeah.
Extremely. I haven't looked into it. Well, not extremely, but to the sense that like it's more expensive than your average motorcycle.
For sure.
But he was amazing. I was really mostly paying attention to him when I was watching that sequence, and
Yeah.
not like the actual riders around him.
Yeah.
But his movements and everything around it was just like he's a natural rider. He was
Yeah,
just pretty much
okay.
just on it, even though it's not real. You can feel like it's real based off him.
Yeah.
Because he's the main actor. He obviously he has a big role to like fill
Yeah.
as the main actor. And him actually riding motorcycles, loving motorcycles. And did you even know he tells his directors okay, so in some movies that he does, apparently they tell him don't ride motorcycles in his contract because they're so
Yeah.
high risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's craving it. He's like an addiction for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's because he loves it so much.
Oh, yeah.
You see it when he portrays it.
Why would he
Yeah.
not want to do it?
Yeah, exactly. It's so good. I like it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like very few actors that you're just like, you're a national treasure. Like everybody has to think you're perfect. I mean, to an extent, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's great. All right. Let's do the quiz.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
So, as you guys heard earlier in the episode, this is the first time that Alvaro is going to take over for the quiz. It wasn't because I forgot to do my research and prepare it at all.
Not at all.
What?
No, what?
No, that's crazy.
So I have a little bit of information here. Do you guys know when this movie came out? This is not like part of the quiz. I just wanted to know if you guys know
Well,
when
it's
this movie came
2010, right?
out. Yeah, but like I mean like
Oh.
more like month and day.
Okay, well, you mentioned it before we recorded, so you said
Yeah.
it was like December, right?
Yeah,
So-
December.
Yeah.
It's the second week of December, so December 17th is when this movie came out.
Okay.
Okay?
Damn. Wow,
That's a late release.
I mean, good one for marketing. It's a family movie right
Yeah.
before the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad choice.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good on them.
Really good time for a release date. I'll tell you the other movie that released in the same day was The Fighter.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Keep going.
Okay.
I'll keep my thoughts for later.
There's two movies that came out a week before, which is Black Swan, came out December 10th, and Chronicles of Narnia: The Voyage of the Dawn Trader. I don't know which one that is.
I don't know which one that
I think
is.
that's 3.
Maybe.
Probably.
I think 2
it's
is
not
Prince Caspian.
definitely not the first one. That's for
No.
sure.
No,
Yeah.
no,
I think 2 is Prince Caspian.
that would make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Black Swan and Chronicles of Narnia: The Voyage. I'll just say that they both came out December 10th.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And then a week after Tron's release, December 25th, we have The King's Speech and The Illusionist. So it was a very good
We're
month.
talking about Oscar-winning King's Speech here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, that's
Okay.
interesting.
That's I mean,
Makes
but
sense.
it's the only the movie still stands out in all of those because there's nothing even
No.
close to it. Now, when you release movies, you've got like very similar releases near each other, right? So I don't know. It still stands out. It's hard to say. If you're gonna ask box office,
I have no clue.
no clue what this movie made.
All right. Well, okay. So I'll ask you guys first part of the quiz. Out of the movies I just listed, if you want me to list them again, let me know.
Okay.
Which one do you think earned the most box office, like worldwide,
Shoot, including Tron,
including all of them?
obviously. Wow. I don't know. This is hard. I want to do the quizzes now.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel it. That's how we feel.
Which one made the most?
Yes.
Oh man.
Okay, here's what I was thinking earlier. It was you mentioned The Fighter,
Yep.
which is very well-known movie, very good.
But I don't know if it would have.
But did it make money?
I shouldn't help you.
Oh, I'm helping you here. What do you
Yeah.
mean? Did The Fighter make money?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't expect it. I'd be really no. Okay, no. There's no way. It's not the most easily. Like we can both agree there. There's no way.
I don't think so, but could it have been the most with the knowledge we have today? Probably.
But
was it?
Box office is very
Definitely not.
different then. But like,
thing.
there's still movies that do really well. Like Spider-Man 2, 2004 did really well, and it tops some of the charts still.
Yeah.
So like, it's
Was
possible.
Still, what, the top 30 all time, you were saying?
Yeah, I
That
think it
quiz?
was. Yeah, and it's so it's very possible that I think Spider-Man 2, for reference, I think it did like 600 or so.
Something like
Which
that.
is
I think you said 690, right?
Yeah, yeah. So even today, that's still considered a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's hard. Oh man.
I have mine. It's completely out of the blue. No reasoning behind it.
Okay,
Uh,
you
go
go.
ahead, Will.
I'll go Black Swan.
Next one.
It's
All right.
very.
Great movie. Did it make money? Probably not.
It very
Shot in
much
the dark
could
here.
have. Damn. Yeah, that was definitely on my list. I'm just gonna go with like whichever one of the Narnias is. It's probably not though, because like if it's one of the later ones, I doubt it made any. Like honestly, it's probably be Tron, huh? Like it
Trick
very
question.
much could be though.
I thought about it.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So a number one spot is The King's Speech.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you, when you said Swan, I was like King's Speech, but I was like, there's no way. It feels
There's no way.
It feels like one of those that like is regarded highly, obviously, but like, okay, how much?
427.
That's pretty good.
Good.
That's pretty good for that.
For a historical
And you know
drama
the
like that.
budget?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys can guess the budget. This won't be like part of the
I don't
quiz.
know, like 85,
For King's Speech?
probably less.
No, there's no way 85. You have Colin Firth, sure, but like other than that,
Yeah, it's not like don't need a lot of money necessarily.
40.
15.
Wow.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
made
Yeah.
400.
Yes.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
That's
Alright.
nuts. Fair play. Fair play.
So I won't go down too much for the list. I'll ask you guys which one you think made the least amount of money as part of the quiz. Alex, I think you're up first for this one, buddy.
Oh man, what was the list again? You're gonna have to give me a quick
through it
refresh
again.
here.
Yeah. So we got I'll go from like the release dates. So December 10th we had Black Swan and Chronicles of Narnia. December 17th we had Tron Legacy and The Fighter. And then December 25th we had The King's Speech and The Illusionist.
Oh no, The Illusionist.
Yeah, I don't know it either, but I feel like for some reason it's not the lowest.
I can't picture it in my head.
I'm honestly.
Isn't it like the one with Edward Norton, right? It's like very similar to The Prestige.
Oh, Oh, yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. I now remember. I haven't seen it, but like I could picture the trailer that I've seen very briefly.
I haven't seen it either, but yeah.
I still can't picture anything for it.
I don't know which one would be the lowest. Honestly, why not? It's Tron, isn't it? Watch it be Tron. Like,
my guess would have been Narnia.
yeah, it's probably that or like, yeah, it's
Or The Illusionist, because I have no clue what that is.
But like,
I'm
Edward
going to stick to
Norton's
Narnia.
was pretty big then.
No, that's why.
So-
you guys said Norton, so like, yeah, I'm not going to mess with that.
It's gonna be like 100,000 difference between the second worst and the worst.
yeah.
So it's The Illusionist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So The Illusionist
good.
made 87 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
Still not bad, though.
Yeah. With a
Damn.
budget of 17. So I mean, it made.
Yeah, it made money.
There you go.
Like,
That's all that
yeah,
matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, it's
How
pretty
much
good.
did Narnia make? Now I need to know.
Narnia made 415. So it
Yeah,
was really
okay.
close to.
Oh, my
King's
guess
That was
isn't that
number
far
two.
off.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like King's Speech made 427. This one made 415.
Wow.
Very
okay.
close. Very close.
Damn.
Mhm.
All
Can
right.
you just quickly list the others, the Black Swan and Fighter at least?
Yeah.
Those I
So
wanna
I'll
know.
do Black Swan. Budget was 13 million. Okay.
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 Can you? Okay. Just quick guess how much budget you. I mean, how much box office?
120.
200. Yeah, I was gonna say.
330.
Whoa.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, the box office from that month is like right next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're very, very close. We did King's Speech, Illusionist, Chronicles of Narnia, Black Swan, The Fighter. It made 129,
Okay, that
and
makes sense.
Yeah.
budget was 25.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
budgets are a lot lower in this month, and they're making their money back
Well, it's 'cause
and
think
double.
about
you know?
it.
So
Like
it's
Black Swan, what CG are there?
oh yeah,
Not
for sure.
much.
That's where the
Not
money's
Yeah.
going. If
Yeah.
anything.
King's
Yeah.
Speech, there's no CG in it. It's a
No.
historical drama.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, did I say the budget for Narnia? It was 145.
145
Budget-
million?
Yeah, 145
I
million
mean,
for
yeah.
Narnia,
That makes
Like-
sense. It's Narnia.
Yeah.
and then 415 is box office.
Yeah, damn.
Mhm.
Damn.
Oh, that's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Narnia's
So-
still going hard.
Okay, if your next question is what the box office for Tron is,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really surprised because if I didn't know anything else that you just said, I would have probably put it pretty high. Now, obviously, no, but like that low, really?
I gave you guys a hint, but I
Yeah.
mean, with the starting
No,
the
this is
question
help.
off,
At
least
like,
we have
what
a
was the
range.
first one? What
Yeah,
was
we
the
have a
smallest
range
one?
now,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that's pretty low, though.
Hmm.
Like even though, like, okay, like Narnia made a lot more than I thought it would.
Yeah.
But like, damn. Okay, well, if
So Tron box office?
Tron box office.
It must have made some money, right?
did it though?
It,
I wonder what the budget for that. Did you mention the budget yet?
No,
you
no,
didn't.
I have the
No.
budget
That's
here.
a big question.
That's another question. Yeah.
330 million,
Uh,
obviously.
Yeah.
Just
$1,000.
dollars.
Jeez, that's good. I don't know. 330. 210. Why not?
All right. So Will takes this one. It's 400.1.
Okay, it was more than I thought.
I like
I'll
the
be honest.
0.1.
I know it's 400.1. I saw 400. I was like, whoa, it's so cool. And then I saw 0.1. I was like, oh, whatever. But
Ruined it.
0.1.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Made
Alright.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Made its money.
I
But
hope.
did it make that much money though?
Yeah, exactly.
Because if Narnia's budget, what do you say, 144?
Mm.
Psh,
What was Tron?
oh, Spider-Man was up there in
How
2004.
much was Spider-Man again?
I could have sworn we were like in the 200s.
Yeah, it was 200, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Okay, well,
This is all I'll
So-
say is this is a Disney movie, okay, and it's a sequel.
Your turn.
oh my god. Okay, it only made, I'll say like 265 or something.
Budget?
Yeah. I think it's pretty high.
No
Think about the
chance.
Did you not listen to my entire First of all,
he's so insulted right now.
no. But like, I love how like this quiz has just been me rambling and him rambling at me, and we're like helping each other.
I know it's so
But,
good. I
like,
love it.
think about like I'm just curious about the answers. I don't like
Yeah, no.
win or lose. Like, but like think about all the information I just brought up with all the CGI and all the work they put in just to the face. There's no way it's lower than like 200. If it is, that's the greatest accomplishment Disney has done in a while. Okay?
I feel like you're about to get clowned on right now. I feel like it won't be. I'm thinking Narnia level of budget. I'll go like 150.
I mean, yeah, but Disney's still
It's
a massive
Disney.
company, right? Like they weren't.
I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to
Okay.
150.
150,
150.
265.
Sure, why not?
Will takes it again.
Yeah, no shit. Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
Please.
170.
really?
Yeah,
Whoa.
170.
Okay, it is more than Narnia.
At least.
But like,
At least.
Yeah.
I would have thought it would have been pretty high up because considering Spider-Man was high up
In 04.
in the 04, that's what really like. If I
Yeah.
didn't think about Spider-Man, I probably would have put it lower. But like Spider-Man being at 200 with like minimal amount of CGI, like you're telling me all the budget's going to paying all the actors basically at this point. Like,
I mean, I think for Spider-Man, the biggest thing now that I'm comparing it really with like the budget and stuff
Yeah.
is they really perfected the suit.
that's true.
You know, like
yeah.
they really
That's
perfected
true.
the suit, and then you also have to pay so much to get the rights to even just play the movie. I feel like that played a huge role too.
At that time, I don't know if they had to do that. Actually,
Yeah?
I think at the time
Sony owned Spider-Man.
Sony still
Oh, it's a
owned
Sony
completely.
movie.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but you're still right. There's
There
still a
are
lot of
licensing
great.
yeah, but
fees
not
and-
that
Yeah, there's
bad.
licensing
It's not
fees,
that
sure,
bad,
yeah.
of course. No.
But yeah, it's incredible to think about. Like 170 that's a good return for Disney. Made more money. 400.1.
400.1.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than I would have given it credit for, considering
Same.
we were battling to figure out like how much. I mean, it's still Disney family movies,
Yeah.
so hey, good stuff, I guess. That's
Go for it.
probably
Yeah.
more than some of them make now, to be honest. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
In terms of profits, especially.
yeah, oh yeah, it's great profits for them.
Like
yeah,
if you're looking at like Ant-Man Quantumania,
mm-hmm.
budget was definitely over 200.
Oh, yeah.
And it
Yeah.
did not make more than 400. That's
No.
for sure.
Yeah.
No one watched that movie.
All right.
I don't know if you guys played the video game too. There was a Tron video game for like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Feel like I did.
No.
I played the crap out of that game.
Yeah, I don't know if I did.
No. Was
Oh,
it like
man.
just the biking part?
No,
No?
it's like you would basically have your own character. You'd like customize it. You'd like very low key customize it. So you could choose the colors. You would be able to ride the bikes, and you could even play online too. It was actually not bad.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was fun. And I have one last one for you guys.
All right.
Well, it's like mini category, I guess. Well, last category. Oscars for this movie. Okay.
Mhm.
This is 2011 Oscars, so 2010. I just named some big hits on that list, just
Yep.
December alone.
Yeah.
And you also have to
December
remember
alone.
that's December alone. You also have to remember in 2010 Inception came out too. That's a huge one.
Okay. What's the question?
Yeah,
All right,
where are you
so
going?
all right, where am I going with this? So Tron Legacy
Yeah.
Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
Did it win any Oscars? What do you guys think?
Win.
I'm inclined to. Okay. Well, this is like a yes or no question. So
yeah,
we
it's,
kinda just
it's
have
very
to-
basic. I'm not counting for points. It's just curiosity.
Oh, you're not
to you
counting
guys.
for
No,
points.
just curiosity to you guys.
I would
Okay.
say yes.
I would say it should have win. I don't know about win,
It should
but
have been in the
nominations for sure.
Nomination 1000% in the
Soundtrack
running.
probably got something because it's a good soundtrack.
Yeah. Sound
Um,
design.
Sound design. Something for
VFX.
animation, VFX. Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
again, like you don't de-age and recreate Jeff Bridges without getting some recognition.
No,
Especially if
exactly.
Avatar just got their nominations and
But it could play against it
could.
because Avatar was so good and because Avatar got all the recognition and then you release that face?
yeah. But speaking of animation and weird face and CGI and all that, didn't Polar Express get stuff as well? So if Polar Express can pull nominations, it must have gotten something. Win, I don't know about that. I'd be the only thing I'd give it is sound design, anything sound related.
Yeah.
It won.
That's
That's
why I'm
the only
saying
thing.
yes. Just for sound.
Because I definitely didn't win Best Actor. Definitely didn't win. Yeah, bro, Jeff Bridges was so good in that.
Supporting role.
So, you win 2 Oscars, supporting and main.
Like,
Oh, that's so funny.
I mean, to be fair though, he is the best actor.
Oh,
He's the best
by a
acting
mile.
performance in that movie.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's still nothing. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I'll take that back. It's not bad. His acting's not bad in it.
No, his acting's fine. In it.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you guys one thing: it did not win anything.
Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. It just didn't win any Oscars. But what do you guys think it got nominated? I mean, actually, you guys already said. What do you think it got nominated for?
Yeah, sound
Sound design.
I'll throw in
soundtrack.
I don't know, like
I'm thinking like maybe prod design, production design, but I don't think they would give it to a CGI production design. That's the thing.
No, that'd be really surprising if they put it in that
exactly.
category. No, I would say like
I'll stick to the 3.
Sound design,
soundtrack, VFX.
Yeah, that's pretty
Then?
much.
It was only nominated for sound editing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's the only nomination I got. And the winner for that category was Inception.
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue against that one.
Yeah. And then sound mixing, Inception as well.
Yeah,
You got
makes
Hans
sense.
Zimmer there for, you know.
Yeah.
So soundtrack was
Soundtrack. Oh, like best original soundtrack that
yeah.
year?
Well,
Social
yeah.
Network, actually. Original score. Original score was the Social Network.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, just the fact that I can't picture it,
Ooh.
to me, is kind of like,
I
whoa.
don't know if he's happy with that answer.
Telling me Social
don't know
Network
about
beat
that.
Time?
Beat Inception by Hans Zimmer, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Well, all right.
Hey, the Academy can do what they want. I am not a part of the Academy, so...
We have very clearly gone through and seen that they can do what they want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the? I don't understand the Academy whatsoever. They just do whatever the hell they want, and they say this is the standard now. It's what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know another nominee for the original score was How to Train Your Dragon?
Makes sense.
Okay, that yeah.
And you're telling me Social Network beat it too?
It's social. Yeah. So, well, I mean, Social Network. Yeah, beat it. And King's Speech was nominated, and 127 Hours was nominated for original score.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. How did it beat
Yeah.
Inception and How to Train Your Dragon?
I don't know. I don't
Man,
know.
wow.
That's some serious rig.
There's like one score that I remember from like the Social Network was like dun 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 dun. It's like the one that's
Sure.
like when they're all like okay thanks. It's the one where they're like in super intrusive, not intrusive thoughts. They're like super like concentrated and they're really thinking. It's actually a really good soundtrack.
I'm sure it's the only good part of the
I have to
entire.
rewatch it because I really can't picture a single piece of soundtrack from that
Because it's
movie.
not
It's really good.
a film that focuses or
The-
even
No,
needs.
But with the thing is, like, okay, rewatch Social Network and you'll actually notice it because last time I saw it, I heard it and I was like, damn, that's good music. It plays really well into the movie.
Yeah.
Like Inception was just magic
Yeah,
work of art.
obviously. I mean, how-
like does it play amazingly in the movie? Yes. But does the Social Network, the way they not moved it, but the way they introduced the music into what was happening better? Low
Yeah.
key. Low key.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Rewatch
I
the
can-
Social Network.
Yeah.
I think you guys will
It's-
agree with me.
It's okay.
It is possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. Yeah. See, I take back a bit what I said about how like is it necessary for it to be in the movie? Of course, any soundtrack is necessary, right?
Yes,
yeah.
You
Yeah.
talk about like Good Will Hunting has a very good soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's necessary, and you can say that about any film,
I
right?
see what you mean though by is it necessary? No, because
No.
the screenplay is already so good.
Right.
The movie
Yeah.
itself would have been good. It
Yeah.
won the Social Network won
like-
screenplay, I'm pretty sure as well, right?
Social Network, I don't think it won for screenplay. Actually, I think you're right.
It should. Yeah.
I mean, if it didn't,
I think it did.
If it didn't win screenplay, but it won soundtrack, I don't know anything about cinema, and I'm dropping out of school.
Where is
I'm with you.
screenplay?
Like, there's no way.
I just lost it. I was literally at it this screenplay.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
I see what you mean. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
what- yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Jesus.
I was like, all right, I'm dropping out right now.
What was in the categories for that?
So that's actually for only adapted screenplay. It won, but for
Okay.
original screenplay, it
Well,
was
that
King's
makes
Speech.
sense.
King's Speech.
Yeah. Okay. See. Yeah. Okay.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
It
Yeah.
makes
Because
sense.
Best Picture always wins screenplay as well.
Does it?
Pretty much.
When's the last time it didn't?
Well, wait, what was Best Picture?
That year is King's Speech.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
that's right,
Yeah,
yeah.
had to be. Right.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah. No, that one I know for a fact.
Okay.
And I'm
good.
pretty sure Colin Firth is the lead actor too.
For sure. Oh yeah. No, he 100% won. If he didn't, then I'm
For Best Picture?
walking out of this room.
The best actor.
Best
Oh, Best
actor.
Actor? No, he did not win it. That one was it was Natalie Portman, Black Swan.
Well, that's the actress.
Okay, yeah, but
oh,
actor.
Actor,
Oh my god,
yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God, sorry.
Okay, whoa.
Oh, there's no, you didn't win it.
I mean, to be
Okay,
fair,
actress,
now
actress.
it honestly should just be the same freaking category at this point. Let's be honest
Uh-oh.
here.
Colin Firth, yes.
Okay, good.
Colin Firth,
Ooh.
yes.
Gonna have to walk out of the room. I was gonna leave. I swear to God. Like, I don't know. Sometimes the Academy just like just picks whoever the hell they think.
Do what they want.
Yeah.
Like there are many examples, right? I'm not shut up, Will.
Who looks to be Elvis poster right behind Alex?
I'm not gonna like every episode. I'm not going to get into it, but it happens, and it's like I don't know. The whole awards ceremony and everything about it it's just one giant like. Okay, I'm trying not to use vulgar language to describe it, but it's a giant pat on the back to big rich people at the end of the day. Yeah. And it's fine, whatever. You want to have a big party and enjoy whatever, it's fine.
Go for it.
But, it leaves out a lot of like discredits, a lot of like going back to what we're talking about, all these artists who are like fighting for their livelihood, and you have these millionaires sitting in a giant room. Like you guys remember Ricky Gervais' giant monologue,
the Golden
Globes thing was like 2018 or something like that. Yeah. It's like the greatest host ever.
Yeah.
Greatest thing I've ever seen. Every single A-list actor felt uncomfortable. Good.
Yeah.
Even our beloved like Tom Hanks, which I feel can very rarely do wrong. Even he was like, ooh, this is not like comfortable to be a part of. Good. Because as much as
you love the guy, he is a part of the industry.
He is
part of the system.
Yeah. And like, it's
no, that was a great monologue.
Oh,
he goes
so much fun.
Everyone.
I'm once in a while I just like turn it on and I just listen. I'm just like
every time it's on my YouTube homepage or I see it on TikTok, I have to stop and listen to the whole thing.
So good.
Because oh man.
Yeah. Listen, it's no discredit to anybody who, thinks of like certain actors or celebrities as role models. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, they're the face of a lot of what we see these days, and it's understandable. It's okay. It's fine. I appreciate what Keanu Reeves does for the industry. I appreciate what Jim Carrey does for the industry. Like they're outliers to what we're used to seeing, and that's good. That's fine. And we should have those people, right? Brings us back to the Spider-Man speech there from Aunt May talking about heroes and how, what they represent. So watch that episode, please. It's a fantastic episode. Anyways, like the next like 20 minutes for me is just be plugging other episodes. No, but like it's fine. I'm okay. Like everyone idolizes somebody, and that's what gets people out of bed some days, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like if that's what makes you want to be a better person, hopefully that's the people you're admiring. Then, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But then by all means, like for sure, go for it. Like I have my select people that I enjoy, keeping up with.
Of course, we all
I mean,
do.
I'm not like a big, people criticize, like, okay, for example, everyone's making fun of all these people who are so crazy about Taylor Swift and her Eras tour and everything like that. And I understand how it's wow, like how could they be so crazy and like that's ridiculous. But at the end of the day, like I don't know, like if they're happy and they're enjoying it, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah,
like that's what art is.
Point, yeah.
So what?
Do I understand? Absolutely not. If they're happy, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Make your friendship bracelets. Like, go for it. Yeah.
The way I think about it, as soon as you said that, was like if they're like going out of their way, getting so many people to like go to the cinema and like watch Taylor Swift. I'm just thinking in my head, we drove over 1,000 like kilometers just to watch a movie in a specific theater. It's like whatever you like, and like it's your own like you love what you love pretty much.
Yeah.
It's everybody has their own things that they really like doing. We absolutely love watching movies. That's hence the podcast. And like a couple of people love Taylor Swift. There's for sure Taylor Swift podcast out there somewhere. Everybody just wants to talk about it. They'll talk about it.
There's for sure a Taylor Swift podcast
100%
about like
has to
every little thing that happens into her life.
Yeah.
She posted this on her story. What does it mean? And like, of course.
Yeah. I mean, like, but like absolutely zero judgment because like who are we to judge it, right? We love what we love, and everybody loves what they love.
Yep.
And you guys, if you're listening, that means you love movies too. So please let us know if there's any comments, questions, or anything like that. Please always send us a message. Because we're always open ears. We always want to hear what you guys are pondering about, listening about, or even watching. We might watch it too.
We very much might.
Yeah.
It's a great way to put it because it's a weird world that we live in with like the criticism. Everyone's so quick to jump to like, oh, you like that? You're weird. It's like,
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture.
Yeah.
Terrible. It's eating the industry.
Yeah.
oh, yeah. It sucks because it scares artists from wanting to put something out. And I think I saw a video the other day. It was really good. It was just a quick little segment, and it was just like, anybody who creates art, don't create anything, whether, when I mean art, I don't mean you have to paint, you have to take photos. Like I said earlier, it could be anything in the world. It doesn't matter what it is. If you make it for yourself and you like it, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter what people think, because like it's like, if you're happy, that's all that matters, right?
Course.
So who cares? Like I post things, I make little videos here and there, and like we make the podcast. Like I don't care if someone doesn't like the podcast. So what?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I prefer if you have something to say. So say it. No, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Especially when you come to talk about movies, and like there are so many people with so many opinions.
Oh yeah.
And like it's really easy to quickly discredit someone's opinion, and I catch myself doing it too.
Oh, of
And,
course.
Yeah, we all do it.
I Will has definitely said some stuff there. Alvaro's definitely mentioned something. Like it's very easy to quickly be like,
We've all had each of our hot takes that
Of
we
course.
all like looked at each other like, really? Like,
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
No, it happens, of course. Are you guys up to date with I'm pretty sure it's happening mostly on TikTok, but there's this podcast called The Escape Pod, and they're getting absolutely heat right now because they hated the Killers of the Flower Moon.
Really?
Oh, cool. I really hate that movie. What a terrible
They called
film.
it boring and like shaming Scorsese for saying, "Oh, you say Marvel's not cinema, but this is cinema." Like, and they're getting absolutely
Interesting.
hated on right now. It's ridiculous.
Interesting.
You guys should probably look it up, because like people are just clipping like a 5-second thing
That's how it goes.
and doing a 2-minute rant on TikTok after.
Yeah.
That's how it
It's-
goes.
I mean,
Saying,
you
"Oh,
take,
they're
you take something out of
uncultured and
context.
blah blah." It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, they're
it's not that
nerds.
serious.
They read comic books and they watch Marvel movies. Are they going to enjoy Killers?
No.
Probably not.
No, yeah.
Who cares?
It's fine.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
called it boring. Oh no.
It's the
yeah.
same. It's the same. With like when Oppenheimer came out, just like you'd see a bunch of reviews that were like 1 star. Actually, speaking of things that we did, when we'll talk about more of our amazing trip that we had. We won't talk about it too much as we get closer to the Oppenheimer release home viewing, which is November 21st. So stay tuned. It's not that far away.
Another 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, it's just get through that, and I'm very excited. Anyways, even on our way back after we're going home, and I brought up Letterboxd, and we would look at 1 stars for Oppenheimer and be like, oh, of course that person said it. And you click on their profile and they're like
Barbie
rated
5
like
stars.
Barbie 5 stars, which again, like it's not invalid. Like Barbie's a good movie, and it's just sometimes you don't understand where these people come from. They're just like 1 star Oppenheimer, couldn't understand it. Okay, cool. Like
Yeah.
like I understand that. Like I get that. Even first time I watched it, someone who loves the movie, even
Didn't
first
fully
time,
understand.
didn't
Of course not.
understand it. Watched it again, So like, it's easy. It's very easy to just quickly be like, you're wrong. Get a better opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's I feel like that's kind of like the beauty of it too. It's like you can hear so many people's judgments and so many people's, well, not judgments, but so many people's ideas, excuse me. And so many people's like opinion that like you can pick and grab, be like, you know what? I think I agree with that person and I don't with that person. But why did that person say that? Why did I not agree with them?
Yeah.
So it's like you start kind of like seeing what you really like and don't like. And you start creating this kind of like, it's not like a bias, but it's like you create your own opinions and you create your own visions
yeah.
based on everything around you. And it's like, it's so amazing because like somebody could be listening to us right now and automatically like say, oh, you know what? Tron is now my most favorite movie because of what we talked about. And 100%, like, great, amazing. But like somebody could also be hearing it and be like, oh, that CGI on the face, it's the worst movie ever made. That's your opinion, 100% valid choice. It's I love it. I love like people talking about it, people talking about like different things happening and different opinions. It's amazing. And this is the podcast. I love doing it.
It's been great fun.
Yeah.
That entire rant, you could be in Will and I's program. Literally, like that was
Let's
like,
go.
literally, it's like basically what we do. So yeah.
All right, signing up. Like next message.
Let's go. Maybe I'll show up. No. I'm a good student.
Watch your teacher be like listening on the podcast, like, oh, man.
Yeah,
Give me
sure.
extra points.
Yeah, I'm doing what I'm studying right now. Literally, this is it. Like, I don't know. It's a crazy world out there of like just any opinion, anything you want to say.
Yeah.
And
That's why I love Letterboxd. Like I
Yeah.
follow a few people on Letterboxd, and it's like, do I look to them for like recommendations or stuff? Of course. Do I agree with everything? Absolutely not. Like one of the people I follow the most gave Tron 5 stars
There you go.
and called it one of the best cinematic achievements. And I was like, no, but I respect it, I guess. Like
Yeah,
you
there
do
you go.
you.
yeah,
I'll give it like 2.5, maybe 3. But hey,
Yeah.
it's each their own.
Mhm.
No, it's great.
that's it.
We have so many different ways of getting information nowadays. It's ridiculous. Yeah. No, it's great. It's a great time to be in this space.
Of course.
Social media is just blows up everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I guess the only thing I will take away from it that I don't like is like what we did bring up earlier is like the quick to judge.
Yeah.
Right.
course.
That's the only thing that obviously
Yeah.
is like it's not fun about it because people are quick to judge and then automatically like put a label on you. That's definitely not fun, especially when you're very passionate about something that you're talking about. Somebody puts a label on it and like starts ranting about what you're very passionate about when it's just your own opinion. You know, that's definitely that's one part that it sucks. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we're here and we're talking about what we like. And if you're listening to us, that means you like movies too. So keep on listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think that's a perfect place to end it here today.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Talked a lot about a lot of different things. If you have been around for a while, you'll notice that the last 2 episodes or so have been a little bit untraditional from what we usually do, but I think it's more just because we're evolving in our style, and as we progress and continue to record, we're gonna come up with new ideas, and it's a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, make sure you leave a like if you're on the YouTube. Give it 5 stars on Spotify if you're listening over there. You can listen on the go. You can do it on YouTube as well if you have premium, but like that's also a ripoff. Anyways, I mean I paid for it, but
Yeah.
it's all right. Anyways,
It's great.
it's is it though? You know, it really should have movies on premium if you're gonna pay for that.
True,
They
that'd be
do
good.
have crap garbage,
Crap. Yeah,
but like
exactly.
I don't know. That's a whole other thing. Maybe we'll make it into that area. We'll start
One
creating
day.
content for it. You know?
Of
Yeah.
course, of course.
One day, who knows?
Yeah. Forgotten Popcorn, YouTube Premium only.
Oh boy.
Damn. All right. Yep. So thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate all of it. Our next episode is going to be a very good one. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yep. It's Whiplash, by the way.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to build suspense and just wait till next week.
Nope.
Or, but yeah.
It's Whiplash.
Whiplash
Feel
2014.
free if you guys watch this in advance enough. Feel free to watch the movie, then come listen to our opinion. I think that'd be great. It's gonna be a good one. Not as long to it's. Is it 2 hours? I don't think it hits 2 hour
Whiplash?
mark.
I don't think
Does
it
it?
does.
No, I don't
Oh,
think
I
so.
want to say it's like an hour 40.
Yep,
No,
I think so
I want to say
too.
it's pretty short.
Yep.
It's definitely not super long. 147.
Yep.
47?
Makes
Okay,
sense. Yeah. So a bit shorter, 20-minute difference or so. It was just like 2 hours and 8 or so, or 2 hours 5.
Something like that. But if you watch it on
But-
Disney Plus, there's 10 minutes of credit. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So they're 7 minutes apart. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Any last thoughts from you guys?
No.
Well, just thank you for watching and listening.
Tune in next week. It's going
That's
to be a
it.
great one.